Hello, YouTube viewers. I just decided to share a story with you about taser abuse with the police department. Um, Let me show you a picture of my jaw up close. I was kicked very, very hard on this side of the face. My whole jaw was bent from the Wichita, Kansas Police Department. Back in 2008, when gas prices hit $4 a gallon, I pretty much snapped. Went out for lunch one day to Wendy's, and there were two police officers sitting below I don't know if you're familiar with Kansas, but it's called Kellogg. It's like an expressway kind of like it's really divided really both directions. And the speed limit's about 60 miles an hour. So there was two police officers sitting under the bridge there when I went for lunch, and I was like, they better be back before or they better be gone before I get back. I was kind of, my mind starts kind of rushing every so often. I am diagnosed with bipolar after this incident with the police. So I was coming back from lunch. I had my cheeseburger on the front seat, and they're still sitting there. So I rolled down the window. I was like, hey, get a fucking job. And they heard me. He drives down the sidewalk on the opposing traffic lane, and then he turned on the lights and did it like a hook shot behind me. And I was like, oh man, I can't believe this. I cannot believe that they heard that. And I was like, oh man, what a mess. I was like, I gotta try and find a safe place to pull over. And so I got a Class A license and I got a P&S endorsement. I used to drive a school bus down in Oklahoma. And I was like, oh man, I don't want to deal with this. So I'm looking around, where'd he go? He's like way back there. He pulled up right behind me. The lights are still on though, because I turned the corner to pull over where it was safe. And just sitting there and waiting. Decided to have another cigarette. I used to be a heavy smoker too, about 2 packs a day. And just sitting there waiting and waiting. He never pulled up behind me. My mind starts racing and everything. I figured, man, what if he's not a cop or something else is wrong or something? So I just snapped and took off. I'm not drunk or anything. It's like 12 noon during the day. And I went down Kellogg and then I went down to about 3 or 4 exits. He's still behind me. And I was just like, man, I just want to end this thing. So I ran the car into a curb and the airbags blew. So I got out of the car to light a cigarette. I needed a cigarette really bad. So I had my hands clenched to light a cigarette. I got hit with a taser dart in my abdomen. I fell back against the car. And then they were telling me to stop resisting. I couldn't even move from the taser dart, and they started kicking me on this side of the face. This side right here, my jaws is bent still, and I'm 50 years old. I don't really have an option for braces, or I don't know what a dentist would tell me if they'd have to break my jaw to fix this now. But, the taser abuse with the Wichita Police Department and other police departments I've seen on YouTube really should stop. I'm really doing this video that I really hope it stops. He kept pulling the taser trigger. I had one taser dart after another taser dart. Two hit me in the leg. I think one hit me in the arm. Another one hit me in this arm. He just kept pulling the taser trigger, and it was a brown or tan pants leg that I kept seeing kicking me in the face. I couldn't believe this was happening. I thought my jaw was broken. And then they took me to the hospital. He wrote me up as refusing a blood test because they had me in ankle shackles and handcuffed to the bed. and they wouldn't take the handcuffs off, one handcuff off, so I could take a blood test. I wanted to take a blood test. I have to anyway because I got a thyroid disorder also. And he wouldn't do it, so they wrote it down as refused, so my license got suspended. And you got 10 days to send that into the state, whatever lab work that you do have done, for an administrative hearing. As soon as they took the handcuffs off, about an hour and a half, 2 hours later, I was like, yeah, go ahead and do the blood test now. And came back all negative, no alcohol, no drugs or anything. And then they took me to the state hospital in a loony bin, and they diagnosed me there as being bipolar, and I'm back on psychotropics medications now, and it helps stabilize your mood and stuff like that. But it's a nightmare that I just don't even want to even think about too much. But I wanted to share with any YouTube viewers that are interested in this type of thing with taser abuse and excessive force by the police department. Um, they released me from the state hospital as being bipolar. Nothing happened for 9 months, and then they came up with a warrant for my arrest for aggravated assault and felony fleeing and eluding, both felonies. After 9 months, they came with a warrant I didn't even know I had because I did not do a follow up out of the state hospital for mental condition. I didn't do the follow up with the follow up doctor here, and they came up with a warrant. They decided to press charges, so I sat in jail for about 23 months for felony elude and aggravated assault. They're saying I steered into the police officer steering around tire spikes. So he has to pull those out of the way in case anybody else is coming. So he kind of jumped out of the way, but they're saying I steered into the officer. Everything happened so fast that day, I'm not even exactly sure what happened myself. So, with my jaw damage and everything, I went through a public defender. I fired that public defender, wrote up a motion for the court to appoint me another public defender, and they gave me a pro bono attorney. And that seemed to help a lot cut a deal. They came up with a deal after 23 months of misdemeanor elude and misdemeanor assault on a police officer. I was like, wait a minute. I'm the one that was assaulted. The public defender told me there's nothing I can do. The statute of limitations ran out, because everybody's telling me that sees this that I should probably sue the police officer. I don't even know which one was kicking me. There's 7 of them. It's my word against 7 police officers in court. So I held tight for a jury trial, went against even the next attorney that told me just take whatever deal. They came up with deal after deal after deal. I just sat tight for the jury trial. That's what this great country's all about, is freedom of speech. This all started from me telling him to get a job. So, I'm just living with, the damage to my jaw. I took misdemeanor elude. I did take off. And misdemeanor assault on a police officer. I got charged with misdemeanor assault on a police officer with damage to my jaw. I want people out in YouTube land to know about this type of thing, because I've seen this with other people. A little girl got tasered. This needs to go up on YouTube. Again, here's a picture of my jaw. Good luck, everybody, with the police department in your state. Hopefully it's a little bit better than here, but I don't wish this upon anybody. I'm 50 years old. I got no way to fix this now except probably breaking my jaw. I'm 50 years old. I'm too old for braces, but I probably should have went to jury trial to find out which officer kicked me, but I just wanted to get some food and get out of jail. And after 23 months, it all starting to work out the way it's supposed to. I'm staying on my psychotropic medication, which is the best thing to do, and staying out of trouble. Good luck, everybody out in YouTube land. Thank you.